Agatha?
It's all right, child. You have been through so much. Your mother is calling you back to her. Trying to break anything that stands between you.
Consider this barrier to be as unbreakable as my resolve to not follow in her footsteps.
Yes, I believe that. Your ancestral powers are awakening and taking root. They would be pleased you are choosing the angels of your better nature. But the real question is, are you pleased? Is this the path you want to continue to walk?
Yes, Agatha, this path pleases me. I am confident that the only thing that can defeat darkness is the blinding brilliance of light.
Then shine it. Drown out your mother's shadow.
I intend to.
Just remember, whoever you choose to be, I accept you.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Hunter, what you've got there is the latest in custom alloy, handcrafted, magically protected personal protective gear.
Yes, thanks to the symbiote sample young Mr. Parker recovered, we were able to isolate the alien energy signature that appeared to be causing you so much trouble. With this armor, you should now be able to get close enough to Venom to take him down.
This time without, exploding.
It feels good. Now just get me back to New York and I will handle the rest.
I just hope this is what you were expecting, Hunter.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up? These should definitely give you an edge. How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
You have my undivided attention. Can this be all yes, I remember this one. Allow us to assist you.
What are we building today?
So, do you have much experience with smithing?
Later.
What do you think about Hunter's armor? Looks slick, huh?
Very.
The new outfit looks spectacular. Just really badass.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing what a little teamwork can produce.
Teamwork? Oh, you mean Stark and Strange.
They finally got along enough to make this. I just hope it's enough to stop Venom.
I do not know if it will be enough, and neither do Stark and Strange. The armor may be Faithbreaker, but I have faith it will work.
Oh, a little wordplay. You should use that line on Tony. It would probably bring a tear to his eye.
I could discuss this armor all day, but
Oh, I know. You've got a date with a symbiote. Don't let me stand in the way. Good luck out there.
The new armor suits you. It looks pretty spectacular.
jealous?
Incredibly.
If you like it, I can see about having Strange and Stark make one for you as well.
Those two? Pfft, they barely kept it together long enough to make this for you. I'm not gonna push my luck. Besides, I got my own style.
Well, you know what they say about practice, right?
Ready for more? Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Awesome! Can't wait to see how this goes down.
Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here. Do your thing.
See you soon.
Rest easy, Spider-Man. I have dealt with the unknowable before.
Yes, but have you ever worn clothes with their own appetite? I know symbiotic alien goop can seem like a cool idea, but take it from me. Not worth it one bit. The symbiote gets in your brain and makes you do things you'd never ordinarily do.
I am no stranger to disembodied voices whispering their desires in my mind. I was raised in a castle filled with ghosts, cursed grimoires, and unfettered cauldron access.
The symbiote is a little more complicated than run-of-the-mill hauntings. When the goop gets hangry, it goes on a devouring spree, and its favorite snack is human beings. Midtown would be a sumptuous buffet.
Have some faith in me, Peter Parker. I will not be swayed by the suit.
Oh, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the wardrobe from outer space. I guess there's no other way, huh?
Only this suit can penetrate the symbiote barrier around the sanctum.
Yeah, I hear that too. What sits worse with me? The Sanctum Sanctorum is wearing a symbiote. Alien-possessed architecture gives me the extra creeps.
Both Stark and Doctor Strange invested serious time and effort into making the symbiote suit as safe as possible. Magic and science working together is a dream come true.
Depending on who you ask, Tony Stark hasn't always been one of the good guys. Some of his inventions might have done more harm than good. I honestly think that's why he gave us these sparks for free. That's not my theory, by the way, just something I heard on the internet. And from Ileana and Nico. Oh, and I think Strange muttered it under his breath once.
I was unaware of all of that.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange's meddling with the multiverse. But you're right, Hunter. There is no way this could possibly backfire.
If it does, Spider-Man, we will deal with the repercussions as a team.
Or get eaten by a symbiote wearing Sanctum Sanctorum as a team. Just be careful wearing that extraterrestrial tracksuit, Hunter. Last thing we want is for you to turn against us.
Thank you for your concern, Spider-Man.
Thanks for hearing me out, Hunter.
Perhaps, Aunt, the Spider-Man is correct.
This is not the first time we've used the weapons of the enemy to fight our enemy, and it will not be the last. But it is your decision, Hunter. You are the one wearing it.
I have endured corrupting forces in the past. Whatever this symbiote's nature truly is, I shall not let its thoughts become mine.
I expect nothing less from you, Hunter. I suppose I do have a single misgiving, Hunter. If the symbiote has any unusual reactions to your collar, well, keep an eye on it, and be sure to let...
I feel like, if any...
That is correct. We would need to... Hunter, you must... The threads binding... Reckless action. Now, put a... I do not believe Spider-Man's fears to be founded, but nothing is certain. However, if he is right, I fully expect Spider-Man to be annoying about it. So don't let that happen. Remember, if your collar reacts oddly to the symbiote, alert me.
Do not transform on me now. this bowl always here? Huh. This looks like it belongs here. Almost as if it were meant to be here.
Dr. Strange seems excited to return. Why, hello, Hunter. Still no sign of Venom. The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his disappearance, his pet symbiote has unfortunately not given up its taste for my sanctum.
Neither has Hydra. They've upped the guard again, which I didn't even think was possible.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Are you sure that thing is safe?
Well, we didn't exactly have a manual, but the science and spooky bits are sound.
You should be well protected.
It's a big risk.
So is leaving Lilith in command of the Sanctum.
You're both right.
But I bet you have another option. Sorry, didn't mean to spoil your moment.
A frontal assault has too many variables, but there's always the hole.
The back door. Of course. I know the risks, but at some point we have to start believing in each other. In ourselves. Your design will hold.
We would never let you step into battle unprepared.
Besides, what was the first rule of demon hunting you taught me? If at first you don't succeed, stab again.
Aw, you think Reed and Sue have such heartwarming moments with Johnny and Ben?
We're gonna get the Sanctum back for Strange.
I like your optimism.
Thanks. I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about you.
What was that?
Nothing. Boo Hydra.
Shielding powers of the Vishanti on the Faithbreaker armor and the Hunter high on the star.
Oh, I thought my one design handled that nicely.
It's the combination that's the key to defeat Venom and recapture my sanctum. Your tech, my spells.
I guess you're right. Kind of like I'm chocolate and you're peanut butter. Together, we're amazing.
I don't care for peanut butter.
Oh, for crying out loud, work with me, Doc.
Heard about the new armor, Hunter. Can't wait to see you in action.
I wish we had more time to test Strange and Stark's monstrosity of a creation. But with Venom out of the picture, even temporarily, we need to strike now while we still have the chance.
I agree. Now is the time to strike.
And don't worry about the suit, Hunter. We've got your back. That is some messed up wallpaper.
Must have got hungry without Venom around.
Evil consumes everything, even itself.
Ready for round two.
Always.
Ding ding.
What is that?
Old magical graffiti? You tell me.
Not the wards. That.
Caretaker, tell Strange we found a way back into his sanctum.
Finally.
Oh, and one more thing.
We are not alone.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you'll just have to do it a few more times. Oh, and try not to bring the roof down on your heads in the process.
Strange grimacing through the radio.
Watch this. At least Hydra Green is iconic. If you're a low-red mercenary, I mean. Hell.
Get some.
Hydra sure does get around. Are we sure they don't have a limbo portal too?
Time to bleed.
That was something.
At the end of the day, it still comes down to me punching something.
Some things never get old, kiddo.
Even for Hydra. You are lucky to still be breathing.
We will never forsake her! I'll handle it!
Pathetic.
I've got your back. You're ready now.
It's almost a shame Stark and the Doctor aren't here to see their little project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
Don't.
Interesting.
match your strength.
We serve until the end. For victory!
That's not supposed to hurt.
Scanner, speaking of reinforcements. Serve her with honor. Your death won't be in vain.
It's too bad those gloves won't work for anyone else. We'd love to see Carol, Captain Marvel, knock those tendrils as a car.
Aw, Blade. Such a sweet talker.
Indeed. For now, leave the Faithbreaker to me. Was that truly your best?
I think you got him. Maybe you should teach me that one. That's one hell of a move.
We will not fail.
Get my head on straight.
Targeting systems active. Arm Alpha reinforcing.
Hunter will just keep throwing warm bodies in there until you're exhausted. Try and focus on the symbiote, not the soldiers.
Get ready. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
You have earned this! Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
Payback's gonna be fun.
Walk in the light.
I needed that.
Looks like they want to try a few more.
On it.
Confirmed enemy target. Hail Hydra!
That hurt!
Lucky shot.
Hydra is immortal.
Crossbones will just keep throwing Hydra bodies in there until you're exhausted.
Playtime's over.
Not bad.
That's not supposed to hurt.
centuries ago. Hell yeah. We have broken through.
Gonna sound like one of Blade's action movies right now, but go!
Get to the sanctum!
Mother,
You kept me waiting, child.
I am here now.
Yes. Alone. Always so alone.
Did I miss the party?
You are just in time.
I told you the door works now.
Sorry. First apocalypse excitement, I guess.
The little sorcerer returns home.
Can't say I like what you've done with the place, Demon Mother, or my friend. No matter. Already, the power of the Sanctum returns to me. Your days of plundering its secrets end today!
But that was never the plan. Now,
Yes, Mother.
thick.
Maybe she's got the right idea.
Not while there's still a chance to seal that breach and save the Sanctum!
By her command!
Mother, protect us. We are immovable.
Banner's infernal device has torn through the wards themselves. If we are to have any chance of stopping Lilith, we must interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal that breach.
Weak, even for Hydra.
light shines on the most dutiful.
Your time has come.
We don't fear death.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
They deserve no mercy. By the will of the Old God. Just what this battle requires. Watch closely.
Gotta be honest, you didn't leave me much choice.
Their mystics fall before us.
Come closer, little one.
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally. Let's give it a go. Call forth something from the depths.
I was in control of the situation. We stand with the mother. I am a wall.
That's what you want.
Do not show the servants of Lilith any mercy. My blade certainly will not.
Nice. Little less friendly than my neighborhood, but gets the point across.
Carol would be so proud of you right now.
Was that truly your best?
We will not fall that easily.
Hydra standards have fallen a great deal.
shake our loyalty.
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive.
I'm going!
The battlefield is ours.
It's so hot here.
The children will join us soon.
No one will touch you.
Lilith must be desperate if these are her best. Welcome assistance. Let me show you my power. I am glad to have your magic on our side, Doctor.
Hail.
Follow my lead. This should aid me in my fight.
so far.
Your end is
Hardly a scratch.
We are immovable.
Respond. Anyone. Damn this interference. Not getting through.
The mystical barrier that separates the realms is collapsing. Some technical difficulties are to be expected. I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony not to touch.
I feel stronger already.
Hostile unit on the move.
I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight. This won't end well.
I'm on it.
That was really something.
Looks like it's up.
Interesting tactic.
The light will heal you. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Hail Hydra!
What is happening?
Time for the real test.
I won't be dispatched that easily. This has gone on long enough. We must purge this evil from the sanctum no matter what it takes.
If there was ever a time for you to lose your temper,
Okay, that was pretty cool.
That's the spirit. Prepare yourselves. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. afraid I'm not much good like this.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Here we go. You guys are really gonna get hurt if you're not careful.
Well done, my friends.
Doc, come on, we have to go!
Leave if you must! I can hold it!
Like hell you can!
I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing not good, right?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That really, really sucked.
Try adding a few dozen more reallys.
I'm in shock. I didn't expect to lose the sanctum.
Oh, you didn't expect to lose the sanctum? That was my whole life. Ripped open and decimated before my eyes.
We need to have a serious conversation about Lilith. She's much stronger than we anticipated.
We did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough.
Lilith is a pain, for sure. But right now she's hiding behind our boy Bruce, and if he's giving her IT advice, then that's a problem I can do something about.
I failed. How else can I describe it? I failed not just my teammates, but the world.
That's right. You did fail. All of you.
Oh hey, don't sugarcoat it or anything.
But that doesn't mean you lost. And that is an important distinction. This war is far from over. And tomorrow we will rise again. And fight again.
I'm too tired for a hoorah, but the sentiment is there.
I appreciate the inspirational words. We all need it.
I'm sure. Now rest, get some sleep. All of you. The battle will wait until morning.
During my last meditation session, my thoughts turned to you, and I wondered if you had some wisdom to offer. I steered Earth's mightiest heroes through esoteric cataclysm and mystical strife before, but now I see myself dimmed in their eyes. With the loss of the Sanctum, is it possible that I am the last Sorcerer Supreme?
All your experience makes you a stable voice in unsettling times.
Yes, I held the fate of many in my hands, but the Midnight Suns don't trust me. The Avengers fear I am so fragile that a single misplaced comment would shatter me.
Leaders cannot always see the path ahead, and I still follow you.
1 out of 3 isn't bad. None of us wields control. We can only swim through chaos, gathering what we can preserve. My ego relished being the sole calm eye in the midst of unholy tempests. Now, perhaps I find all eyes, including my own, look to you. You remind me of the Ancient One. Or perhaps I must learn the same lesson over and over.
I know this is difficult for you, Stephen, but the Sanctum is gone, and we need to plan for what comes next.
What's next? Armageddon has already happened. What's next is hell on Earth. The barrier has been breached. Expect the world to fall, city by city, nation by nation.
I'm not ready to give up, and neither should you.
It's not just losing the Sanctum that hurts us. It's also Banner.
We will handle him, as long as he doesn't become the Hulk.
It's his mind that I'm most worried about. That rift charge is just the start of the awful things he could conceive of. He is Lilith's most powerful weapon now.
Then you know what we need to fight back with, right?
We tried. Blaze is being impossible unless he gives us the parchment.
Shh. Voices carry. Let us lower ours.
Hunter, where are you? Have you heard everything that's happening?
I can't imagine how Dr. Strange feels right now. I would like to offer my sympathies, but
You do not wish to disturb him.
I'm sure he'd like to be with his own thoughts.
I think Dr. Strange would appreciate the support right now, even if it is just kind words.
Thank you for your insight, Hunter. Everyone is different when it comes to grieving.
The Sanctum was his home, but he has a place here in the Abbey.
I hope that sentiment comforts him. Either way, I recognize how important it is to have a safe haven to return to.
Did the X-Men have a similar home?
We do. We've had several close calls, but there's still a place for us to return to. I don't want Stephen to think I'm pitying him.
Dr. Strange will not assume you are offering him pity. He will know you are being genuine.
I worry. I suppose it just depends on how I word it.
Coming from someone...
Lilith and her minions did a number on New York.
Yes, and New York is just a taste of what is to come if we do not stop her.
I haven't seen the city in such a state since Blade and I tore through Times Square. That was even worse.
What happened between you and Blade?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
I want details.
It was our first encounter. Blade wondered if I was an alien, because I was unlike any other vampire he'd fought.
You are unlike any other vampire.
True. Anyway, he tried to stab me with a wooden stake. I threw him off the roof of a building. The battle only ended after I drained him of a few pints of blood.
Wait, you mean you bit Blade?
Oh, yes. In fact, I believe my bite granted Blade his vampiric strength.
Blade says he was born a Dhampir.
Well, that's his side of the story. But I know the man I once fought only grew stronger after that encounter.
I am unsure who to believe. I may ask Blade about this.
No need. I just told you everything you need to know. He's a bit sensitive about the topic.
I heard Strange's spooky funhouse went poof. But look on the bright side. Things can't get any worse.
I'm a little...
Why? Half the weirdos here have survived more than one apocalypse. How's going by?
You have a point.
Yeah, sorry, pal, but I find it hard to cry or...
You have never...
Nope. Not unless you count the Abbey's...
Correct.
So you'd be like Doc...
Of course.
Sure is smart. I won't say a peep.
Strange and... I'm ready when you are. Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Later.
Oh, you are gonna love this. Where's Caretaker? This is taking too long. What have you got for me, boss? Okay, so that's two super. Now she's gone and really pissed me off.
I had one job: protect the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I failed.
Good. I needed something to do. Sometimes, I even impress myself. I'm here if you need me.
We can't wait for Strange. We need to start now.
We should already be out there, fighting. Getting reports of zombies in the sewers.
Vampires in Manhattan? More vampires in Manhattan.
The green sky is growing.
All right. Let's not give in to rumors.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think these are just rumors. The old Spidey sense has been on double red alert since...
We lost the Sanctum? Perhaps now you understand why I was so adamant we save it. Think of the Sanctum as our world's supernatural ozone layer. When it breaks down, or explodes,
Holes open up. Only in this case, instead of a nasty sunburn, you get demons. Lots of demons.
And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell.
Oh, what album is that from?
The prophecy. The dark god Cthon readies his return.
Well, does the dark god Cthon own a dude ranch in the southwest? Because there's a whole lot of something going on out there.
Should, probably tell them.
About?
The carnival. Johnny Blaze and the Quentin Carnival.
No way.
Who exactly is Johnny Blaze?
Sort of a jerk. Legend. Famous stunt rider, fellow spirit of vengeance,
and keeper of the Parchment of Power.
The final page of the Darkhold. The missing piece my mother needs to complete the prophecy and free Cathan.
When were you gonna tell the rest of us this?
Welcome to our world.
The entire point of a secret guardian is to remain secret.
Yeah? From the look of things, I'd say your little secret is out.
With the barrier gone, our enemies must have been able to detect the page's foul presence. Lord knows what wretched evil Lilith sent to retrieve it.
Damn it. We needed that sanctum. This is not going the way I wanted it to. The sanctum's gone. Hell has literally come to Earth. This is a worst-case scenario.
In my experience, things always get bleak before they get better.
Things don't get more bleak than this.
Then this will be my last stand. If I have to die to save this world, then I'll die fighting.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Just because there is talk of a slime monster lurking beneath Manhattan does not mean...
Oh, it does. Look, I know Eddie and Venom. They're not what you'd call unsore losers. And we did, kind of bury them under an old bell tower.
Has anyone seen the creature since?
Long gone by the time S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. They go to ground when you wound their pride. In this case, underground.
Venom on the loose? Licking his wounds?
Now that's a friendly neighborhood problem. So, how about we go solve it?
Do you have a question?
You gotta work on your social cues.
The Abbey feels so lonely without Agatha.
Are you worried that Venom will hold a grudge?
I wouldn't say worried. I've come to expect it.
And you still think this is a good idea?
Yeah. Eddie tries to be a savior, but sometimes he needs to be saved from himself. Besides, what's the worst that could happen?
He could eat one of us?
See? Could be worse. Got all the slime in the world. So, where's our slime monster?
Vampire. Ah, vampires.
Maybe it's the Downtown Express?
Sounds like a lair.
Sounds like...
Time for seconds!
Breakfast for dinner, I guess, with a side of vamp over easy.
Not so easy for the vamp.
Oh, gross, Eddie! It's hard to know who to root for in these parasite versus parasite situations.
Parasite?
A demonically possessed symbiote?
With a vampire's bloodlust.
Not good.
Come on, Eddie, don't do this!
They are definitely doing this.
I should have known that thing would crawl back to the sewers once Lilith had no use for it.
Wrong! We have no use for Lilith! We don't need her!
Tell yourself whatever you have to.
Not to interrupt, but have you really been eating those vampires, Eddie?
The rarest meat of all!
So, if you are what you eat, what does that make you?
Thirsty.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith.
One's for you. Maybe, I don't know, you should have asked Lilith for cooler outfits? Low even for you, Eddie. Moping in the sewers, scarfing down the undead. You're better than this.
We are better! Better than Lilith! Better than you!
I meant more on a personal or even spiritual level, you know?
Will make us stronger than she ever could!
He has not lost his way with words. Did someone feel a breeze?
You really seem to like me.
You have earned. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Good one! I might actually be stuck.
Lilith must really want me out of the picture. Things are looking a bit grim. The light will heal you. Welcome assistance. I will make this quick. You were too weak for this fight.
About that one.
Your fate is sealed. Your mother abandons you.
Remember the old days, Eddie? We had our differences, but were they really as bad as this?
Good or bad, we have had enough of all of you!
He's really getting through to him today.
I saw an acrobat once as a child, but he was not nearly on your level.
Coming at you! might be a little late.
Feel my call.
We can definitely take it.
Now that was impressive. You will have to do better than that.
While I appreciate your attempt to talk him down, I would settle for a knockout.
I'm not sure which is tougher, but we'll get to him either way.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. They cannot possibly match your strength. Demon energy from every pore.
Don't lose it, pal. Either of you.
He is lost. One mercy remains.
Ah, yes. The elimination of one tormented soul for the good of many. Oh, but humans do love a moral dilemma. The umami of an otherwise flavorless existence.
Mephisto.
Gesundheit. Nice mullet.
Go to hell.
There's nowhere I would rather be, but I've come on business. So let's make a deal.
Is this one of those fiddle at the crossroads scenarios, or
no deal?
My terms are as follows. I spare Venom. I cure the symbiote of Lilith's demonic touch. I end the blood fever he's given himself, gorging on curdled vampire bile. I retch a little thinking of it.
I said, no deal.
All this, and I ask but one inconsequential thing in return. Stop the vampire uprising. The undead are bad for business.
So you cure Eddie and we keep doing what we've been doing?
Yes. Wipe them out. Remove every trace of their foul scourge from the earth. Then I will cure this pathetic creature forever.
For the last time, no.
Hold up. Give me the fine print.
Nothing much. The usual. If you should fail, you'll discover something far more threatening than the undead, namely yours truly, etc., immortal soul, yada yada.
This is a bad idea.
This or he dies? We don't have much of a choice. I'm in.
Good. Just sign there and there. You may feel a little sting.
Go get him, Ed. We should follow.
You do have a vampire war to wage. Oh, and Peter, I'll see you around.
How did he know my... Huh. Of all the surprises we've had so far, that was one of the weirdest. So, that's a truce then, right, Eddie?
We feel like ourselves again. Weaker, but ourselves. We will spare you. For now.
Hey, that's progress.
He didn't threaten to eat you. That is progress.
We'll take it. We pick you.
Okay, that was awesome.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Do not think I will forget that.
This is the worst headache Eddie ever had. We need a nap.
Almost forgot what you were like before Lilith got in your head. I've kind of missed it.
It's your fault Lilith got in our head to begin with.
Is that really what you think? I was trying to keep you from eating my neighbors.
Following us, stopping us, leaving us
That's kind of my job. Ooh, I like it.
It is time.
Still a legend if it's true.
These new breed vampires have little sense of self-preservation, even facing this... new ally of ours?
We don't believe.
Right, I'm feeling it. I'm on it.
Ha! I think that's the last of them. And not a moment too soon.
Is that...
Eddie?
Well, this is awkward.
You are the man in the monster.
Something like that.
So, you okay, Eddie?
Blood! Kidding, little joke. No, I come in peace.
For once.
Really? New kids gotta get in on this too? Hey, by the way, you're killing it out there. Respect.
Thank you. Not my first vampire war.
Eddie, are you yourself again?
What, you mean, are we ourselves? Yeah, Lilith. She made us a monster. We did awful things. You know that's not who we are, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here, well, in there, and thinking, I saw what you did for me. So, how about we put aside all our, personal stuff?
Okay.
No, not forever. Just until this whole messed up vampire situation is figured out. Till all the innocent people are safe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Works for me.
Shake on it. Oh. Huh. Wait a sec. Put her there, partner.
I'm there, partner.
Welcome to the Midnight Suns? What you doing, Charlie?
Book club tonight. You in?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
I like this book, but I can't explain why.
Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. You good?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Did say that. At first, I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
I could not figure any of it out. I thought a post-hole digger was a new kind of demon.
At first, I thought it was for digging graves at closed casket funerals, but the lyrics helped me keep with it. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... there's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club. I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So, why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes, for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
You cannot let her know what you really think.
Really? I don't care to lie, especially to someone I'm into.
You do not need to lie, but you can deflect. Just do not offer your unvarnished opinion.
I don't know. She seems to respect people who are upfront with her.
Why take that risk?
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Hunter.
Of course.
You headed out?
Yes, I am done.
Righteous. Great choice, Carol. Good meeting.
I'm glad you liked the book.
Yeah, it was different.
Hey, I know we have another book to read, but do you have any free time beyond that?
I could find some time.
Good, because I want to hear your thoughts on volume 50.
What now? I've worked with Eddie before. He's not that bad. He's not that good either. Volume 89?
Yep. Small unit tactics in zero-gravity environments. It's a real page-turner.
Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Another artifact Wanda was toying with but could never make work. I'm curious. Next time you find yourself there, place something in the bowl and speak an Elder God's name. Perhaps it will work for you now that you have their blessing. Lovely, dear. You're a natural.
After what he has endured, We should be sensitive to Eddie's needs.
I am glad to have Venom on the team. Eddie, I could do without. You guys really put the home in home base. This is an impressive setup.
I hope the accommodations are better than what my mother provided.
Your mother gave me a lot of stuff. Most of it was grief. Thanks again for what you did for me. As if my past wasn't complicated enough, your mother added a fresh pile of regrets.
Eddie, you are here because a mutual friend believes in you.
And you mean he believes I'm trouble. And he's not entirely wrong.
I do not want you at each other's throats.
Look, Parker and I have a complicated history, but it's water under the bridge. Well, I guess we're still building that bridge. But we have bigger fish to fry. From the bridge. But enough about us. Can you trust me after everything that happened? I mean, I kept trying to eat you.
You are a different person. I cannot blame you for my mother's control.
Oh, that's a relief. Thought it might be weird between us. Want to hug it out? Sorry, I just made it awkward, didn't I?
No more than Peter Parker does.
So, now that we've cleared the air, I'm a little worried about the deal we made with the devil. That's the first time I've meant it literally.
I agree with you, but Peter made his decision. Our plan was to stop the new breed vampires. Now we can do so with your help.
Maybe. I can't shake the feeling that he traded the devil we know for the devil well, for another devil we know. Why are there so many devils?
If the world ends, we shall never know.
I'm glad you sound confident. The symbiote and I are on the fence. No offense, but I hear there's a gym here, and I'm itching to check it out. I'm gonna do that, unless you need something else.
I would like to get to know you better.
Okay, hit me.
I would like to know more about you.
Really? Like what?
What was your life like before you became Venom?
I was a reporter, and I was pretty good at it. Well, I was okay. Somewhere between okay and pretty good. Had a few wins. Then one major gaffe blew up my whole career.
What happened?
It's a long story. And not my favorite one to tell. Maybe I'll share the details someday. All you need to know is that it nearly ended my career. I still find the occasional reporting gig, but, well, let's just say it's for news sites with stories about how the government buries alien bodies in the desert.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Just not the kind of aliens these sites talk about.
What drives you to fight for justice?
Plenty of people will tell you I'm no hero. Some of them might be living in the Abbey. But I really do care about doing what's right. I guess you could say I had a tough childhood. Always wished I'd had a strong friend who could save me from the monsters in my life. So I became a monster. To save those too small to fight for themselves. And they might be afraid of me, but I'll keep them safe.
You seem ruthless for a hero.
Is that a question?
Half the Midnight Suns believe the greater good can sometimes outweigh a single life, but none of them, well...
Eat their enemies?
You could put it that way.
My brand of justice is an acquired taste.
I would like to know more about your symbiote.
Naturally. Go for it.
How did you and the symbiote connect with one another?
I got bitten by a radioactive pool of motor oil.
What?
No, that would have been less dramatic. Truth is, Spider-Man brought the symbiote back from space.
Space?
Be surprised what that kid gets up to. Anyway, Parker found the suit ill-fitting. His loss was my gain. Maybe I'll tell you the story someday.
What are your capabilities on the battlefield?
But without your mom's demonic protein powder, we can still bench press a bus if we need to. We also have limited shape-shifting abilities. Our tendrils are handy when we need to grab something or web someone to a wall. And we can also camouflage ourselves if needed. Don't tell Parker, but he traded down when he went back to those red and blue pajamas.
I noticed that you sometimes refer to yourself as we. Why is that?
Because I'm a king in black.
What does that mean?
It doesn't matter. Truth is, Venom isn't a singular personality. It's a combination of myself and the symbiote. That's why we say we.
Must be strange to have a conversation with the voice inside your head.
Yeah, well, if you thought it was hard fighting vampires, try doing it when your costume is yelling in your ear.
Eddie, can I talk to Venom now?
That's not how it works. I'm not deranged. I just share a body with an alien symbiote. And okay, yeah, that does sound deranged. But it also happens to be true. You want to talk to Venom? You always are, Hunter.
Actually, I have to run.
I'm around if you need me.
Why are you smiling?
Because you're dead. Hangman.
Damn it.
No offense, Hunter, but you suck. I couldn't have come up with an easier answer.
The irony of a Dhampir telling me that I suck is not lost on me, Eric.
Hey, keep it down or this game isn't the only thing you'll be losing tonight.
Is that why you brought me here? To tell me how much I suck at parlor games?
Actually, I'm here to tell you how much you don't suck. You're turning out to be one of my favorite people, and I don't like people.
What about Captain Danvers? Is she not your favorite person?
I don't know her as well as you. Been a while since I've had someone to lean on who handles their inner demons with as much swagger as you do. You remind me of this guy I used to work with, Hannibal King. He knew how to walk the line between good and evil without falling off, not unlike you.
I do pride myself on balancing both the powers of light and dark. I find it makes me more of a well-rounded warrior.
And it shows, Hunter. We worked together to track down the vamp who killed my mother, Deacon Frost. He didn't have to help me, but he did. Proves that even the baddest of the bad can still have a heart, even if it's not beating. Resisting succumbing to your own darkness takes a shitload of willpower. I'm proud of you for resisting yours. Just don't fall off the wagon.
What happens if I do?
Then I'll just have to kill you, just like I killed my mentor Jamal.
You never told me what happened with that.
Well, here's the abridged version. Dracula turned Jamal into a Class A Nosferatu, and I had no choice but to put him down. Hardest thing I ever had to do. But mark my words, Hunter. If you ever go 100% evil on me, I won't think twice about taking you out too.
I would do the same for you, you know.
What do you mean?
If you ever became a danger to others, I would stake you in a heartbeat.
Well, let's hope it never comes down to that. Already lost enough friends that way. Don't want to lose another.
Then here's to not killing each other.
I'll drink to that. Oh, and Hunter, this blood's for you.